Hey everyone, and welcome! Today, we're talking about cats. But cats with a little something extra. I'm talking more toes to love, more beans to count. Yep, we are diving deep into the absolutely fascinating world of polydactyl cats.
So, have you ever seen a cat that looks like it has thumbs? It's such a cute thought, right? Like a little kitty with mittens for paws, just ready to give you a big thumbs up. Well, guess what? This isn't just something out of a cartoon. It's a real and actually surprisingly common trait in the feline world.
Okay, so the fancy official term for this is polydactyly. It literally just means many digits. You know, most cats have 5 toes on their front paws and 4 on their back ones. But polydactyl cats, they're born with extras. And as we're about to find out, these extra toes are way more than just a cute little quirk.
So, what's the deal here? How does a cat end up with these awesome, supersized paws? Well, it's not magic, even though it might look like it. The answer's actually pretty simple. It's all in their genes. Let's get into the science behind those extra toe beans.
So it all boils down to what's called a dominant gene. All it takes is one parent cat carrying this gene, and their kittens have a really good shot at inheriting these multi-toed paws. And here's the most important part. This trait is almost always totally harmless. These cats are just as happy and healthy as any other cat. They just, have a more impressive set of built-in mittens.
Okay, now this is super important, so listen up. We've got to make a really clear distinction here. Polydactyly should not be confused with a condition called feline radial hypoplasia. That one also causes extra toes, but it's a really harmful condition that can lead to severely deformed limbs. True harmless polydactyly, that results in fully formed, totally functional extra toes. Big difference.
So, far from being a problem, these extra toes are basically a feline superpower. I'm serious. Their wider paws work like little snowshoes, giving them amazing balance and letting them walk over snow super easily. And it doesn't stop there. This also makes them fantastic climbers and, you guessed it, incredibly effective hunters.
But these cats aren't just some modern-day curiosity. Oh no, they have this incredibly rich and storied history, especially when it comes to life out on the high seas. This is where they became absolute legends.
And their journey is just wild. It's believed they first made their way across the Atlantic with English Puritans way back in the 1600s. Then, sailors started to absolutely prize them. Why? Well, for one, they were considered good luck charms, but maybe more importantly, their top-tier hunting skills made them the best mousers you could ask for, keeping the ship's food safe. And that's exactly why, even today, you see so many more polydactyl cats in those old port cities.
Okay, so you just can't talk about these cats without bringing up their #1 fan. We're talking about an iconic author who pretty much made them famous and even gave them their most popular nickname, Hemingway cats.
Ernest Hemingway, the man was a total cat fanatic. And this quote, "One cat just leads to another," it just perfectly sums up his whole vibe. His love for cats, and especially for these cats with extra toes, ended up creating a legacy that's still going strong.
And it really did all start with just one cat. The story goes that back in the 1930s, a sea captain gave Hemingway a little white six-toed kitten. He named her Snowball. And apparently, Hemingway was just instantly smitten. That one little gift kicked off a lifelong love affair with these amazing animals.
And what's so incredible is that this legacy is still alive today. If you go to Hemingway's old home in Key West, it's a museum now, you'll find a whole colony of about 50 cats living there. Many of them are direct descendants of that original Snowball. And, yep, about half of them are proudly rocking those famous extra toes.
All right, let's switch gears a little bit. We're going to look at some seriously amazing facts now. Because beyond their cool history and genetics, these cats have also made their mark in the record books.
So meet the undisputed king of extra toes. According to Guinness World Records, a ginger tabby from Canada named Jake holds the title for the most toes ever on a cat. Get this, he had an unbelievable 28 toes in total. That's 7 on each paw, and every single one had its own pad and claw. Wow.
Let's talk about Maine Coons. You know that big, fluffy breed that's famous for thriving in snowy places? Well, they used to have a ton of polydactyls. At one point, something like 40% of them had these snowshoe paws that were perfect for getting through harsh winters. It's a bit sad, but the trait has mostly been bred out now because of modern breed standards. But back in the day, it was a huge part of their survival.
And just when you thought it couldn't get more interesting, here's a final little surprise for you. Cats aren't the only ones rocking extra digits, not by a long shot. This same genetic trait pops up all over the animal kingdom.
We're talking dogs, chickens, guinea pigs, llamas, even humans. It's actually one of the most common congenital limb things out there.
So, we've gone through the science, the history, the wild fun facts. What's the big takeaway here? What should you remember from all this? Well, the main thing is that this isn't some defect. It's a trait that's not only harmless, but has often been super beneficial and even celebrated throughout history.
You know, whether they were serving as a lucky mouser on a ship, inspiring one of the world's greatest writers, or just being an extra cuddly friend at home, the polydactyl cat is it's a perfect reminder that sometimes having a little something extra is exactly what makes something or someone so special.
It really gets you thinking, doesn't it? What other perfect imperfections are out there just hiding in plain sight? What other unique traits and beautiful quirks in the world around us have these incredible stories just waiting for us to find them? I bet the world is full of them if we just know where to look.